All right, guys, check this out. Train derailment in Ohio. A West Virginia water utility is enhancing its water treatment process as a precaution following the derailment of a train hauling chemicals that later sent up a toxic plume in Ohio. So, there's a movie released in 2022 called White Noise, which is a story of a train derailment in Ohio where a fire causes toxic fumes to be released into the air and the town is evacuated. Oh, and this film, guys, is based in the year 1984. And I always talk about George Orwell's book 1984, his ninth and final book published, 9 the number of completion, as it's the last single-digit number. 1984 is a dystopian social science fiction novel and cautionary tale by English writer George Orwell. It was published on 8/6/1949 by Second Warburg as Orwell's ninth and final book completed in his lifetime. Okay, so this is the movie White Noise, about an airborne toxic event, alright, which was connected to a train derailment. So if you look at the length of this movie, 2 hours and 16 minutes, 6 times 6 times 6 gets you 216. This is Satan's time, but God wins. Now look at this. Train derailment prompts water utility to take precautions. So you see here, you've got all these toxic chemicals in the air. Alright? There they are. Now look at this. After a train derailment, Ohio residents are living the plot of a movie they helped make. When Ben Ratner's family signed up in 2021 to be extras in the movie White Noise, they thought it would be a fun distraction from their day-to-day life in blue-collar East Palestine, Ohio. Ratner, 37, is in a traffic jam scene, sitting in a line of cars trying to evacuate after a freight train collided with a tanker truck, triggering an explosion that fills the air with dangerous toxins. In another scene, his father wears a trench coat and hat while people walk across an overpass to get out of town. Directors told the group they wanted them to look forlorn and downtrodden as they escape the environmental disaster. The 2022 movie was shot around Ohio and is based on a novel by Don DeLillo. The book was published in 1985, shortly after a chemical disaster in Bhopal, India, that killed nearly 4,000 people. The book and film follow the fictional Gladney family, a couple and their 4 kids, as they flee an airborne, toxic event and then return home and try to resume their normal lives. Ratner tried to rewatch the movie a few days ago and found that he couldn't finish it. All of a sudden, it hit too close to home, he said. Ratner and his family, his wife Lindsay and their kids Lily, Izzy, Simon and Brody, are living the fiction they helped bring to the screen. Officials ordered them to evacuate their home last week, a day after a Norfolk Southern train carrying 20 cars of hazardous materials slid off the rails and caught fire, threatening to explode. The National Transportation Safety Board is still investigating the cause of the incident. The first half of the movie is almost exactly what's going on here, Ratner said Wednesday, 4 days into their evacuation. Guys, it's all about the 4 horsemen. In a way, the movie has provided a point of grim humour about the situation facing the residents of East Palestine, the joke no one wanted to make. Everybody's talking about that. Ratner said of his friends and neighbours who are keeping in close touch with the crisis, I actually made a meme where I superimposed my face on the poster and sent it to my friends. There's nothing funny about this. At all. In the 2022 film White Noise, based on Don DeLillo's novel, the Gladney family evacuates their Ohio home after a train crash leads to what's called the airborne toxic event. Can we not see this, guys? Can we not see that we live in a coded reality? So many examples of this. Look at the state of these. We're basically living out a movie. We're living out a movie. So, we know movies, they tell us the truth. The news lies, movies tell us the truth. Or they at least tell us where the world's going to go. All the mainstream media do is try and scare you. The devil wants you living in fear. So there you have it. This is simply outrageous, guys. It just is. What a time to be alive, eh? What a time to be alive. Much love, take care, and thanks for all your support. Have a blessed day, and God wins.